Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jessica and I have teamed up with Produce for Kids to bring you the monthly Food RX. Now the Food RX is a monthly food tip and recommendation to make more healthful and nutritious choices for you and your kids. Plus it's a live recipe demo, yes. So before we dive into the Food RX today for this month, and by the way, it's every first Sunday of every single month, there's going to be a different Food RX. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Jessica. I am a physician assistant with over 10 years of clinical practice and a certification in culinary medicine. So basically that means I like to eat way more than I like to take medicine, and I'm imparting some of that knowledge on you here today with the Produce for Kids Food RX. So this month's Food RX is make your own chicken tenders at home. Now, you might say, I have no time for that. It's so difficult. No. I'm showing you a recipe demo that is super easy. You can even get your kids involved. And it's so important to make sure that you're making healthful choices for you and your kids at home to make sure that you're decreasing your risk for obesity, heart disease, diabetes. Now, I keep saying these are helpful tips for kids, but parents, don't worry. You're gonna love the recipes and all the tips that I'm sharing for sure. And why do we wanna make our chicken tenders at home? I'm going to tell you two main reasons. First, it's gonna help you save money. So the recipe that I'm making for 12 chicken tenders, it's only $11.20 for everything. And we're gonna show you how to make a side of fries for sure. And so that's gonna be organic chicken, whole grain flour, all the spices, everything for $11.20, which you know is definitely cheaper than what you're going to get out at a restaurant. And secondly, it's going to be more healthful. So I'm going to tell you about 3 ingredients that you're going to avoid by making your own chicken tenders at home, and then we're going to dive into the recipe. So first and foremost, sugar. Even those organic brands, guys, have sugar. And if you tuned into the Food RX last month, I talked all about how added sugar can increase some adverse health effects both currently and down the road for you and your kids. And if your child is under 2, the daily recommended value of sugar, meaning how much sugar you should eat every single day, is 0. So if your child's under 2 and you're giving them an item that has sugar, that is totally wrong and can be detrimental to their health. Secondly, some artificial colors and flavors. First of all, it's artificial, so why do you want to give those to your kids? And secondly, some artificial colors have been linked to mood and behavior disorders in children. So things like ADHD, those symptoms can be worsened by the introduction of artificial colors in your food products. So definitely a no-no. And of course, we are going to bake these chicken tenders, so that's going to allow us to not deep fry it or eat something that's deep fried from a restaurant, for example, that may or may not contribute some saturated fat and inflammatory processed oils into your child's diet. In fact, you want to make sure that you are giving your child as many unsaturated fats, specifically omega-3 fatty acids. We'll kind of see where those come from in this recipe in order to promote adequate neurologic function and cognitive benefit. Okay, so let's get cooking. By the way, just a little teaser. Here is the finished chicken tenders. And you can see that when I cooked my chicken tenders, I actually cooked up some potatoes as well, because while my oven is on, while I'm already cleaning pots and pans, while I'm wasting that gas or electricity, I'm going to multitask. So that's tip number 1, parents. If you're making your meals at home, make sure that you're double dutying your cooking. Cook one time and eat it multiple times. That's tip number 1. Let's get started. So I actually purchased some chicken. This is organic chicken. You always want to look for USDA and organic free-range chicken when you're purchasing, if possible. Of course, I know it's difficult to always find it. When I purchase it, I'll actually show you my package. I always purchase on sale. So you can see that yellow sticker there. Always purchase your chicken on sale. That's a great way to save money. And then you can stock up and just put it in your freezer, right? Or you can cook it all at once and then have it for the week. So I have 2 organic free-range eggs. So free-range eggs are going to be a source of those omega-3 fatty acids that I was talking about. And what you do is this is super simple. You're gonna dip your chicken. Step 1 is dipping your chicken into the egg. Now, egg is gonna act like a binder, so it's going to allow whatever topping you're putting on that chicken to really adhere. Let's talk about the topping. So first you're gonna take some sort of flour. So whatever flour you like to use in your household, this is actually rice flour. I would recommend that you're choosing a whole grain, or if your child is gluten-free or family's gluten-free, choosing a whole grain or gluten-free flour. Now, a lot of the chicken tenders that you're getting at the store, you're going to see that it's refined flour. And by refining the flour, of course, the companies are making that product more shelf stable, right? That's the whole point of refining it. But it's going to remove a lot of the B vitamins, the folic acid, the fiber that's in that whole grain. And then you're getting just starchy, nutrient poor flour. So choosing a whole grain flour, cornmeal would be great, really crispy on this as well. Into your flour, you're adding some garlic powder. Now, this entire recipe is at produceforkids.com/foodrx. You'll get all the measurements and everything there. Garlic powder, onion powder right into our flour. And then you're gonna use whatever seasoning you want. This is an opportunity to get creative. I'm using just an Italian seasoning blend. So this is dried parsley, dried basil, and oregano. You could use ranch seasoning, you can use taco seasoning. I mean, if your child is a child that just likes to eat chicken tenders, but you wanna switch it up and add maybe even some turmeric into the breading, you can boost your child's benefit that way, even spirulina and chlorella. So once you dip it into the egg mixture here, so again, this is just a whisked egg, you're gonna put it into your flour mixture. Now, if I wasn't on camera, I would totally be doing this with my fingers, but I'm doing it with a fork. And then this is your chicken tender. You're gonna line it up on a sheet pan. Now, this is a baked, as I mentioned, so we're not deep frying this, we're not adding extra processed oils to our kids' diet. You're gonna take the breaded chicken tender, pop it right there on your sheet pan, just like that. I have a baking cooling rack here too. That's gonna allow the heat to circulate around the chicken tender, make it nice and crispy, and that's it. That's all you do. I would do the rest of these chicken tenders, pop it into my oven at 375 to 400 until your chicken tender is cooked. Chicken tenders are a lot smaller and leaner than the full chicken breast or chicken, so they probably would only take about 30 minutes, but you wanna make sure that the chicken temperature, if you have a food thermometer, comes up to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That's how you know your chicken tender is cooked. And then again, while your oven is on, I would throw some tinfoil wrapped baked potatoes, maybe sweet potatoes for the week. Just chop up some veggies, or these are red bliss potatoes. Put those in the oven as well. Cook it all at once, guys. Don't dirty a bunch of stuff and turn on your oven a bunch of times. The beautiful part about this recipe is you put everything in the oven and then you forget about it. You can go do something else, go play outside with your kids, fold some laundry, empty your dishwasher, or watch a television show, whatever you want. And of course, it's a healthful recipe. So that's the Food RX for this month. You can find the full recipe and some more tips and reasons why you might want to make your own chicken tenders at home at produceforkids.com/foodrx. And of course, follow me here on Instagram, Eat Your Way to Wellness, Jess, that is my handle. And check out eatyourwaytowellness.com for tips, recipes, and links to all of my segments and videos on YouTube. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday, and don't forget to make your chicken tenders at home and tag us, tag Eat Your Way to Wellness, Jess, and Produce for Kids in your posts. We'd love to see the chicken tenders that you are making with you and your kids, or for you and your kids. All right, happy Sunday. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.